Yo, people, what's going on? Back again for another footy talk. Lewis, what's good, my bro?
Everything was good until I woke up and I heard the Hazard news. That threw me off.
What's the news, blood? What happened?
You didn't hear? He's retired.
That's not really a surprise, though, is it? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. People were going on like my man passed away, blood. You know, like that. I was confused.
Not when you deep it. Like it was probably going to happen with the fact he still hadn't picked a club, but still had a dream. I'd like to see him go to a Saudi club, MLS club, try and go out on a little bit of a high. But at the very least, all the best memories were in blue. We'll take that.
100%, bro. He still had a sick career, bro. At the end of the day, Real Madrid was a dream move for him. It didn't work out the way it went. I mean, it didn't work out the way he wanted it to. But also, bro, he was at Chelsea. He won everything he needed to win there, bro. He had a great career still.
Nah, it just caught us by surprise. Literally just woke up, I was like, boom. Didn't expect to wake up to that. There wasn't hints. There wasn't any rumors. There was nothing. It was just boom, guy's gone. But yeah, best moments at Chelsea. I'll always remember him as the most talented Chelsea player that I've ever seen watch in my personal lifetime as of right now. And yeah, you know what? Maybe people look at him a bit better now he's actually retired. And maybe the fat Zard jokes will die.
Yeah, but that's always the way. At the end of the day, now he's retired. What they're going to do is they're going to go back. They're going to look at the old tape and then they're going to realize, yo, this might be the best player that we've ever seen play in the Premier League. That's exactly what's going to happen. But, bro, like they always say, yeah, they never give people their flowers when they're alive to smell them, blood. You know what I mean? That's how football is.
Yeah, that's very accurate. I even remember, like, the whole thought process around Hazard had changed after he left Chelsea to go to Madrid. Lots of fans were like, yeah, now he's gone, I can actually rate him. And I get that because I low-key feel the same about Saka. I rate him, but it's like, please leave Arsenal. Please leave Arsenal. Now I can give you your full flowers.
Yeah, I'll be real. I can't compare any of these players of this generation to players like that. There's not any players like when I watch football right now, there's no players in the Premier League probably under the age of 25 that I'm like, oh yeah, leave and I'll give you your flowers. I think they're all overrated, bruv. I'll be real. All of them. There's not one.
No one really stands out. Like stylistically, there's players that are similar, but just not to that level. Nowhere near.
Yeah, but that's football now. But that's what I'm saying. Football, everyone looks the same, bro. Everyone looks the same in football now, bro. Football, yeah, is just a game full of samey players, bruv. The reason why people are gassing Erling, yeah, is because Erling's different in a sense that he's a throwback to number 9. But as an all-round footballer, he ain't that good. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, newsflash.
He's just a finisher.
That's all he is, bro. Do you know what I mean? But the reason why he stands out is because he's extremely tall, yeah. He's a crazy athlete, yeah. And he's different to all the other modern-day strikers that are kind of jack of all trades, master of none. Whereas he's master of one, do you know what I mean? And then trash at everything else. Do you see what I'm saying? So he stands out from a physical aspect because he's tall, but he stands out because stylistically he plays in a different way. But the majority of today's football players exactly are overcoached athletes. That's what they are. None of them really have an identity or anything that makes them an individual, if that makes sense. A lot of them are just overcoached athletes. That's the perfect way to put it, bro. Perfect way.
And you deep it, yeah. In terms of pure talent, like I could say Grealish, I rate him a lot.
Yeah, but he's been overcoached right now at Man City, and he don't look as good.
Yeah, you know even at City, he's not really as free flowing as he was back in the Aston Villa days. So I hear what you're saying.
And this is what I'm saying. And when you think of Eden Hazard, yeah, you think of a player that was exactly the opposite. Like you don't coach Eden Hazard. Like not a day in your life do you coach.
He just plays in chaos.
Exactly. Like you just put Eden Hazard on the pitch and you let Eden Hazard do Eden Hazard. You don't coach players like that. Like you cannot coach players like that. And it would have been the same with Pep and Messi. When Pep had Messi, yeah, he probably would coach everyone else, but you don't coach Messi, innit? But the thing is, a player doesn't need to be Messi's level, yeah, for you to let their talent just shine and just let their talent be what it is. Yeah, but even Mbappe ain't got the talent of a lot of these players, bro. Like
Oh yeah,
90% of
it's more like
Mbappe,
he's got more freedom around the pitch.
he's got a lot of freedom, but Mbappe's 99% of Mbappe's game is his ability to get away from players with his pace. It's not the technical, intricate stuff. Like it's not that. Like he's not Joao Felix, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
he
yeah.
ain't even got the feet of a Musiala or something like that. So when you look at Eden Hazard, yeah, different player, bro, and the disrespect that he's gotten over the years shows where football's going right now, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really like it. It's like someone said, like they're praising players like Bruno and KDB, but then turning their nose up at players like Hazard and Neymar. Like that don't make no sense to me. Like
It's a
how
GNA
how you
argument.
how you can rate Kevin De Bruyne but not rate Neymar, yeah, is a crime against football. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a crime against football. How can you rate a KDB and not rate Neymar? But that's the modern day football fan now. So you know what I'm saying? It's funny, bro. It's
GNA
hilarious.
and work rate merchants. Like we've said it before in these streams, the likes of Ronaldinho wouldn't be rated in this current day of football because he doesn't track back.
They call him a luxury player, bro. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They call him a luxury player or one trick pony or all that nonsense, bro. And that's exactly what it is. So I don't know. Football as it is now. I don't recognize it. And I saw Miroslav Klose even like he put out a statement and said, "Yo, I retired. I don't recognize the game anymore compared to the game that I started playing." And it's true. Like this game is not what it was, bro. Like it's getting worse. And now we're in a position now where we're looking at players and we're looking at their efficiency and we're saying, yo, this makes you a top 5 in the world because of your stats. It's no longer about football anymore. Like even the Bellingham thing, like he's had an amazing start to Real Madrid. They're comparing him to Zidane and CR7 already. And it's like, hey, you man, relax. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's matched CR7's numbers. I think he's matched CR7's numbers from when he's gone to Real Madrid, but CR7 went to a much better league than he's gone to. Bellingham's that Spanish league is poor now. Do you know what I mean? In terms of talent, it's probably the worst it's been in a long time. You just need to look at their national team, and it tells you if their national team's that bad, yeah, then how good can their actual league be? Do you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're comparing his numbers to CR7 is disrespectful to the league that CR7 actually went into. And also, it also shows you the difference in the game right now because there was a video, there's a video, I liked it on Instagram. And it was Jude Bellingham, Chouameni, and Camavinga, and they were just like, you know, just warming up in training, just flicking the ball up and volleying it to each other. And you could just, anyone that knows football, yeah, like that knows ballers, if you watch that video, you can see technically how much better the other two are. Do you know what I'm saying? You can see it. Do you know what I mean? Like the thing is with me, yeah, I always look. Yeah, that's fine. Let me take this border off. With me, yeah, from a technical standpoint, yeah, I always look at how a player receives the ball, innit? How comfortable a player is receiving the ball tells me a lot about their technical ability. And you watch that video and you see them training together, and you can see technically just how much more relaxed these men are on the ball. Everything's a bit more fluid. Even the spin they're putting on the ball when they're volleying it. Like Camavinga's touch is a joke. Like the way he strikes the ball, Chouameni strikes the ball so well. And you know what I mean? And Bellingham is just like the complete athlete. You know them, and you watch him, he's bigger than them, he's stronger than them, he's quicker than them, but he's not as good on the ball as them. Do you know what I'm saying? But he'll get more numbers than them, and people will look at him and say that he's the better footballer, but he's not the better footballer. Out of the three of them, both of them are better footballers, but he's the better athlete. And the athlete now, like what people said about the modern game, it is literally over coached athletes now. That's football now. It's not about the technicians anymore. This is not the game for the technicians.
Yeah, it does feel like more of a work rate game the more you see it. Like I can only really compare it to my club. My club has this mad obsession with road runners and athletes over actual technical ability as well. That's why everyone's been praising Conor Gallagher over the last few weeks. Thought he was good in the Fulham game. The Burnley game was a bit of a step back, even inspired the assist, which was a good assist to be fair. But everyone's acting like he's levels clear over what he did last season. No, he's raised the bar a little bit because he's learned to tackle and he's got a bit of a better pass, but it's only in moments. It's literally only in moments. The guy was doing more wrong things than right over the in the Burnley game. But because of the assist, because of the work rate, nobody wants to talk about the touches, the range of passing, trying to beat a man. Because at the very least, he can track back. And that's all that matters in this day and age.
100%. Like, and that's what it is. And like, when you start comparing players and comparing eras, yeah, without taking in certain things into consideration, yeah, like it becomes a stupid conversation. Like, even with when I was speaking to Daps yesterday about Man City, yeah, as bad as Man City's recruitment has been this summer, who is there really out there, yeah, in world football, yeah, that you can go and get to replace players like Gundogan and Mahrez without going and getting players that are around the same age as them? Because you can't go and find a 22-year-old Ilkay Gundogan. The closest they would have been able to go is they'd have to go to Chelsea and say, all right, cool, here's 300 million for Enzo. Like, because there's no players out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not young players out there with the quality, like, all around for you to go and replace like a top midfielder with another top midfielder of a young age, because there's no one out there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no one out there. And when you think that Tchouaméni and Camavinga are already at Real Madrid, you can't go and get them. So where you going? Do you know what I mean? Like, where you going? And then there's Frankie de Jong's there, but one, Frankie probably don't want to move to the country, and two, it's like, again, you're gonna have to go to Barcelona with 150 mil. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not players out there.
For years either.
But that's what I mean. There's not people out there, bro. There's not people out there to replace these players. Like, Doku, yeah, is not a replacement for Riyad Mahrez. It's not even close. Mahrez is technically way better. He's also a match winner, goal scorer. It's like, there's no ready-made replacements for a Riyad Mahrez, bro. Like, people could say, oh, they can go and get Elise, but Elise's not going to win games for them the way Mahrez won games for them. I think he top scored their team twice. And you're not going to go and get Elise that's going to come in and score 20 goals in the Premier League. He's not going to do that.
But that's why you got to tweak the system then. And I feel like that's what Pep's trying to do. It's just because they brought in new signings, they're not exactly going to hit the ground running. They rarely do. Erling Haaland is like one of only a few that usually do that. The majority of them need a year to bed into the system. It would just be frustrating, their individual performances. But with the injuries that they had going into the game, and to be honest, the mindset that they had, they were kind of fucking themselves anyway. Because they went into that game pragmatic as hell. Kovacic should have been sent off, and then they played like he did get sent off. It was like, no, you guys are champions of England. Like, you got to at least try and put a little bit of pressure on them. In the second half, it felt like both teams were happy to leave with a draw.
Bruv, you know what it is, yeah? Like, it's not often you say it, and that's why I had to say to Daps, I feel like Pep just kind of ran out of ideas, bro. Like, he just ran out of ideas. I'll be real. Like, it was a weird performance from City because they were so dominant without being dangerous, if that made sense. They were dominant, but they never looked like... they didn't look like losing the game, but they didn't look like winning the game. It was like, if anyone's going to win it, it'll be City. But they didn't do enough to win the game. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like... When the manager was...
chances, or like they were dominating possession and a little ball into the box, but nobody's there. I think the only real chance they had was that Ake miss, the Alvarez chance off that Raya blunder, and who's the one who had the shot blocked off the line? There was someone early on. I think it was Vardio.
No, it was Vardio, wasn't it?
It was Vardio, and it got taken off the line, and then Ake put one over the bar.
Yep. Correct. That's what I mean. So they had their chances. So yeah, bro.
Like first couple minutes though. Like, after that, there was barely anything.
No, 100%. So like, but it wasn't a great game. It wasn't a great game of football. But I feel like Pep ran out of ideas there. He made changes for the sake of it. And yeah, like he took off Rico Lewis when he shouldn't have taken him off because he was one of their better players, and he left on Erling, who did absolutely nothing. He should have taken him off. So it's one of them things where I just think in general, yeah, Pep Guardiola, what what is a strength can also be a weakness in it, and I think that Pep is so rigid, yeah, that it's a strength at times, but in games like that, it's a weakness, bro. Like his lack of flexibility, his lack of being able to trust players and give them the freedom to do things is the reason why he ended up losing that game, because that was a game for a player to win. His system weren't going to win him that game. He had to literally trust the player, give them the freedom to go out there and do something, and he didn't do that, and he died on his sword. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. He'll probably learn from this. Like, he's got enough quality players that when everyone's back, City win it anyway. But
Yeah.
it's one of them things where them I need to watch out for Liverpool, because even though Liverpool drew their game, yeah, like they're the one team in this league that I can say, no matter whether they're playing well, whether they're not, they're dangerous, bruv. You know that, because they got attackers that can score goals, bro, and goals win titles, bro.
They will keep making big chances per game, regardless of the midfield or the performance of the other players. Like that attack is going to be making a lot of chances. Ideally, should have won that Brighton game anyway, with the Gravenberch missing the second half. But those are the chances they'll make in games. They're always going to continuously be a problem. See, I'm with you on that one. Like, if I was a City fan, I'd be worried about Liverpool. But even with that result, I wouldn't stress too much. Like, City fans are barely anything to worry about in life in general. It's the first time they got back-to-back losses since like 2018 or something like that. They'll be fine in terms of the title race. It's a bit of a step back. Like, with it being a top of the table clash, it's like a little bit of a 6-pointer too. But you're always going to have a little bit more of an advantage at home. That's why I've seen, like, they'll just go smoke them at the Etihad like they always do.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it is, man. But it's a big psychological 3 points for Arsenal anyway. What did you make of you lot's game anyway? Because you lot turned it up, boy. Like, finally.
It was a game of two halves. First half, like that was the old Chelsea. We gave away an easy goal from a catalogue of mistakes in the build-up. We looked slow and lethargic all first half. If it wasn't a little Enzo ping or a Disassi long ball, or just Sterling trying to run at players and trying to make anything happen, we weren't creating anything. Sterling, though, fair play to him. Like, there was a lot of talk about whether he should be back in the lineup after the Fulham performance. He let that motivate him. I said I wanted him to come out for this match and I wanted him to show why he should be starting games. He did exactly that. The guy was involved in every single goal for us. Every bit of play throughout the first half was mostly going through him. And he carried the team on his back. It's just, I need to give him the same energy I give Gallagher. Because I said the same thing about him after the Fulham game. I'll say the same thing for Sterling. I need that level more consistently. Because you're meant to be the big player for us. You're meant to be the experienced head. I can handle these performances against a Luton, against a Burnley, but Arsenal's coming next. We've got Man City, Tottenham, Newcastle in back-to-back weeks. You guys in December. That's where I need these Sterling performances from, because I haven't seen them in big games. I'll be real. I haven't seen them. I've only seen them against the small teams. So just keep it up. But the whole team turned a level in the second half. Nicholas Jackson came on, looked unbelievable. Should have got an assist as well as the goal too, but he took his really well. Cole Palmer looks insane. Caicedo, insane. Like, no one's talking about the price tag with him anymore. Like, it was just good to see us score 4 goals in a game, but like, it was more just a really good second half performance, if anything.
Yeah, but this is Chelsea doing exactly what people thought they would do and expected them to do once all the players were available and they started to gel. That's why I was never worried about you lot. When you lot were playing rubbish, yeah, like the stats that matter showed that you were creating enough to win the games, innit? So there was always gonna be a change in temperature with Chelsea. So now your players are starting to become available and you've still got more to add to that. What's the deal with Lavia as well? Like, is he injured or what's the deal?
Oh, he's not even running right now. Well, we don't know what happened, but it was way worse than we originally thought. Like, we haven't seen a minute from him. The good thing is, like, he probably wouldn't walk straight into the team anyway, because the way we're set up, it looks like be an Enzo Caicedo pivot, and you're going to play a 10 on top of that. So we don't need to rush him back or anything, but I didn't expect him to be out for this long. Like, I'm very surprised by it, but
what actually happened to him though? Did you buy him injured?
I think he came to us injured, yeah. But it sounded like it was a minor injury at the time. Now there just seems to be setback after setback after setback, and I don't know.
Flipping hell, bro. It's not like you man got finesse, blood. Can you man get some of your money back? Because I swear you paid, how much you paid for him? Like 50 M's or something?
50 M's, he's on a 7-year contract. Can't jump to too many conclusions off it though, because like we haven't heard too much of it except that he's still in rehabilitation, and the last Poch said he's not started running yet. Hopefully he's ready after the next international break, but he's not really an emergency player that we need right now. We've got options there. If we need to bring in someone for Caicedo, we got Leslie Ugochukwu, and he's been really good for us this season too. So just take all the time you need, honestly. Oh, he injured his ankle in training. Okay, cool.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, ankles, you got to take your time with them anyway, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But
the concern about the last couple games, it was only because of the games we have coming up. Like, the performances were poor, and if we're playing that badly against the likes of Bournemouth and Forest, then what are we doing when Arsenal come to the bridge in 2 weeks? Now I feel like I can go into the game with a little bit of optimism. Obviously, Arsenal are going to be favourites going into the game, but I'm not going in there thinking we've already lost a tie. I think we can frustrate them. One thing I've seen from Arsenal in the last few games is they're not as good as making chances as they were last season. And we're probably
why do you think that is though?
Probably because they put that giraffe in the midfield and he's ruined everything. Just messed up the whole cohesion. Saka also not really being at his best this season, and like the little niggling injuries too. I think that plays a part. We'll see if he's back from fitness, but they're not the same team as last season. And I feel like I know we're going to be pragmatic in that game. I know we're probably going to give up possession. So our aim is going to be to frustrate them and to try and hit them on transition. We're capable of that. Are we capable of finishing our chances? God knows. We'll find out. But we're capable of frustrating them. And at the very least, we're going to make the game difficult.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it's about, isn't it? You just need to find out if you lot can possibly do that. But definitely, they don't look as dangerous going forward for sure. Like I don't know I honestly don't know what it is because the players are still there. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe it's a form thing. Maybe it is. I know some Arsenal fans have thought that Saka's form hasn't been great for a while now, to be honest. Like he's been getting stats and that, scoring penalties here and there and that, but like his performances have dropped probably in the last 12 months, innit? Maybe he was carrying an injury. Because I know last season for Tottenham, they said that Son was carrying an injury last season, and obviously he's fit this season and he's scoring goals again. So I don't know. Maybe Saka's been injured this whole time. I don't know, but his performances probably the last 12 months haven't been amazing, innit? And obviously Jesus has had, yeah, and Jesus has had some bad injuries as well. He's had a couple knee injuries, I think, in that time as well. So maybe it's that, but I don't know. It could be a decent time for you lot to play them.
It all depends on the way they set up. Because if they've got Havertz in that midfield, I feel a little bit more optimistic. If it's Partey, Rice, Odegaard, then crap. But even then, like our midfield's been really good the last few weeks. Enzo Caicedo, I'll back them against any midfield in the league. Conor Gallagher, I think with less possession, would actually be a little bit better for us because he can just solely focus on trying to push Arsenal back and doing the defensive work. He's better off at that. So there is the opportunity to do something in this game. Like, I'm not completely shook. I can respect Arsenal as favourites going into the game. That's it. That's it. I really think there's only 1 or 2 goals in this game. Nothing more. Like, you just got to pick and choose wherever side it goes to.
Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. You already know the thing. Make sure you smash up the likes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the ratios are not ratioing, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you smash that. Obviously, there's been more talk about the United takeovers as well, guys. Just like me, I'm getting fed up of it, bruv. I just want it to just be done already. You know, like that. Obviously, you saw the thing where Beckham was kind of hinting, saying like, "Oh, we know who we want to take over," and so forth, and that. And obviously, people been making basically putting 2 and 2 together. And obviously, like, he's done ambassadorial work for the Qataris before, innit? And people are saying, "All right, cool, Beckham knows something," and so on and so forth. I think we all know, yeah. Do you know what I mean? That we want them. Do you know what I mean? We all know that stuff is happening, but it needs to happen, bruv. You know, like that. It needs to happen. So their man just need to hurry up. There was also rumbling saying that that Ratcliffe is trying to basically offer the Glazers more money just for a small percentage, which would mean that they could keep the majority stake, but that would mean that they would get less money up front, and we all know that they just want the money. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We know that they just want the money, and that's why I don't think anyone should worry about the Ratcliffe situation, to be honest. I don't think people should worry about the Ratcliffe situation because the Glazers want money. That's all they want. And they want the readies up front in it. And obviously the Qataris, they're trying to finesse them out of more money and they'll get their money. But this stuff takes time, innit? These men are playing 4D chess, man. So it's one of them ones where we'll be all right, but it just needs to happen. It needs to happen ASAP, bro. Because I'm getting bored of this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting bored of this, bro. I need my team to be serious again.
I don't blame you, but I feel like you answered your own question on that as well. Like this thing is going to take a lot of time. Like, even though we are in October and you're thinking like, what the hell? Like, this has been like 6 months we've been talking about. It's probably going to take way longer than that to get a takeover at this level done. Like, with Chelsea was different because we were sanctioned and they just had to get rid of the club ASAP. So
this is exactly it. People forget that for political reasons, yeah, the Chelsea takeover was quick. And that was because, you get me, the whole sanctioning and the Putin thing and all these other things. This was not a normal takeover. Normal takeovers are not quick processes like the Chelsea one. The Chelsea one was an anomaly.
Yeah, so with you guys, I get it's annoying. You might want to get started on building your team back, but I know I haven't heard a lot, but I wouldn't be too surprised if we get to the end of the season and this thing's still going. I wouldn't be too shocked. Like, for a £6 billion potential takeover, if not more, or around that sort of number,
it's gonna be close to $8 billion or something like that. I reckon.
Yeah,
it's gonna
that'll take ages. Like, you guys just gotta sit tight. As annoying as it is, especially with where United are at right now, you gotta be patient on the takeover front because this is not gonna go any faster. At least you know it's happening or it's in the works.
Yeah, 100%. And that's it. The Newcastle takeover took like 18 months. So it's one of them ones where people are saying that this takeover is taking long. But actually, when you compare it to everything else, it's actually not taking as long as it could take. I think it's taking as long as it should take. So
as long as you guys know it's happening,
know.
That's all it's got. That's all that really matters. As long as you know it's happening, the journey, as annoying as it might be, at least there's going to be an ending. And when you get to the ending, you're not going to care about how long it took because you're there now.
100%. And this comment here, I don't care about PSG, bro. Like, PSG, I don't know anything about the PSG owners in terms of like how they feel about PSG, bro. Like, I know, yeah, that our owner that's gonna come in is a Manchester United fan, and that matters, bro. You know, like that. I feel like they just bought PSG because it was in Paris, blood. Like, they probably didn't know nothing about the club, and it was a joke thing to them. Do you know what I mean? You've seen what they tried to do, and to be fair to them, they tried the Galactico thing. It didn't work with the Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. They've tried different things, and now they've brought in Luis Enrique, and they're trying to do things the right way by bringing in younger players. So at least they're showing, yeah, that they can be adaptable. They're showing that they can go away from one method and try another method. They're trying to make it sustainable. They're trying to make it work. And bro, they got them Neymar. I think they paid 200 million euros for Neymar, 180 million or something for Mbappe. So, like, they've serviced the club. Like, I wouldn't say that's bad ownership. I'd say that the club hasn't been run well. Do you know what I'm saying? But they've invested well and their heart's been in the right place. It hasn't been a Glazer thing where the Glazers were taking money out the club and doing all these other things. These men are actually investing money in the club. Do you know what I'm saying? So their problems are not our problems. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, like, I don't get PSG being used as a bad example. Like, you were talking about what they've done on the pitch, and fair enough, but if we're going to talk about owners, you talk about investment, you talk about let's say the direction of the club, and they've lifted the name of the club, they've lifted the brand of the club. Like, PSG has grown massively over the last 10 to 15 years. They just haven't done it in Europe. That's just it. But in terms of the club, like it's not been a failure. They've pissed the league every year. They've made a bunch of massive signings that have lifted the profile of the club. Like, yeah, like it's not a bad example. Like they just didn't do anything in Europe. That's it. And even then, they made a UCL final. Like that's not their fault. They didn't win it.
It's true. It's very true. But they've invested heavily to the point that they could even make a final. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. Like man said, PSG won 2 league titles before Qatar. Now they have 11, bro. So let's not pretend that the takeover has been a failure. People are calling this PSG Qatari takeover, yeah, a failure because they didn't win the Champions League, bro. That's the standard that they're holding PSG to, but that's not fair when you look at the teams they've had to come up against as well. It's not like they've had a free run at the trophy, and do you know what I'm saying? And they fucked it, bro. It hasn't really been like that. Obviously, there were some years where probably
they went from 2 league titles to literally isolating the whole league. Like that's a positive, regardless of what we want to look at in terms of the quality of the league and the teams in there. No, they had 2 before then, and now they've won basically not 10 on the bounce, but 10 in the last 12 years. Like they've done a good job. They've done a good job. It's just we've raised the expectations because of what they've done in France.
We've done that, and you know what I mean? And we have to control that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because as fans, yeah, you can't say that PSG haven't done well because of what you expect them to have done. Like when you look at what they've actually done domestically compared to before, and the fact that they have made a final and how many semis or quarterfinals they've made, yeah, they're outperforming the majority of the teams in Europe anyway, bruv, in the Champions League. When you look at it, they're outperforming the majority of the so-called big teams that we call like the powerhouses, because they're always there or thereabouts in the Champions League.
They've probably had a better last 10 years in the UCL than we've had. That definitely, they made more semis at least. Arsenal, yep. Spurs, definitely. Liverpool have made the final more.
Liverpool have won it, so
yeah, they've won it, but they've also made 3 finals too. United, they've probably done more than United.
They have done more than us in Europe, yeah.
City, kind of the same, just because they just won UCL.
Yeah,
you see that, like, they've not done terribly. They've just not won it. That's it.
They haven't. They ain't, bruv. They ain't done terribly. So this kind of agenda that these men haven't done X, Y, Z, it's because they haven't won it. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. Do you know what I mean? But that amount of investment doesn't guarantee winning the Champions League, because you're going against Man City, who have invested heavily for a long time and have just won it. You're going against Liverpool. You're going against Real Madrid. You're going against Barcelona. Like, you're not guaranteed to win the Champions League just because you spent a certain amount of money. That's not how football works. But when you look at what they've actually done,
hard way.
Exactly. But when you look at what they've actually done, you can't look at their record in Europe, yeah, and look at the trophies they've won since the takeover and say that, oh, you know what, they haven't had good owners.
Exactly. It's just they haven't won in Europe. That's it. And everyone's expecting it of them. When you spend that much money, you must win it. Man City had that same energy. Hell, we had that same energy in the early 2010s. I don't know if people remember that. They're like, is Roman being successful at Chelsea with no Champions League? There was so much pressure on him to the point where Roman was just sacking any manager who didn't get him close to the trophy. Like, it doesn't mean he was a failure. And even at that point, we'd won back-to-back Premier Leagues. We won a third one in 2010. We won 2 FA Cups, 2 League Cups. That couldn't be a failure at that point either. Turn Chelsea from a club that was potentially going bust to one of the best teams in the world at that point.
100%, bro. And that puts everything in perspective, bro. You know what I mean? And that's why I think we need to realize that obviously your standards for what other teams should be doing, yeah, and the teams themselves, their standards and their fan standards may not be the same, innit? And we can't turn around and say that the Qatari takeover of PSG hasn't been successful or it hasn't been extremely positive just because they haven't won the Champions League, because they won a shitload. And it's stuff that they wouldn't have won without it. And that's the whole premise of the takeover in the first place.
No, the maddest part is when you get those owners, that's what the standard's going to be with you guys. Those owners aren't going to be successful until they win a Champions League, regardless of what they do. But for a United fan, I think that's something very promising, because the fact that that's where your standards are going to be in the next couple of years, like, I'd be really looking forward to that.
Yeah, but that's the standards we need back, bro. Do you know what I mean? I always said, yeah, that
I mean, it's just good to get back to that level, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. But then you always have a lot of these Man United fans that, like, a lot of them weren't around when we were challenging for the Champions League. They weren't around. Do you know what I mean? Also, they weren't around when we weren't doing well. And a lot of them aren't going to be open, because even growing up here, I always felt, yeah, that we never done well in Europe. We never done well enough. Do you know what I mean? There are loads of different reasons for that. I think tactically, our manager got outdone a lot of the times against lesser teams in the Champions League that we shouldn't have done. People can say, oh, like, we didn't have the players and stuff like that, but we were walking the league title and then struggling in Europe. Do you know what I'm saying? Against teams that were not top of their leagues. So, like, it was definitely, it was a tactical thing. It was a tactical thing, bruv. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, we got tactically outdone by a lot of teams because I think the foreign managers were just tactically better in it, and we just saw that when it came up against certain games. But when people are looking back at it, yeah, winning 2 Champions Leagues was not enough for the dominance that we had. Yeah, at the time, 2 Champions Leagues was not enough. It wasn't enough. You know what I mean? And even the 99 one, yeah, the way we won it as well was extremely fortunate. Like, you know what I mean? Because
we got weird knockouts. I remember 05, 06, I think you finished 4th in your group or something. There's a Porto one in 2004. Which other ones were that didn't really make a lot of sense?
No, the Porto one was horrible, bro. That was the Jose one. That was when Jose won it. Because I remember that, bro. I think
Real Madrid a couple times, Bayern a couple times.
But that was booky, because I swear Scholes had the goal disallowed, I think, in that game or something. Like, was it offside?
I remember there was one with a nanny red card that was a little bit buggy.
That was against
Real Madrid 2012.
Real Madrid, when he kicked the brother in the chest and that. But then there was loads of different.
I think 11-12 you got knocked out the group stage again.
But you see what I mean? But no one likes to talk about that, bro. FC Basel and that. Do you know what I mean? No one wants to talk about these things.
Mo Salah back in the day,
bro. People don't talk about this in Europe. People don't talk about these things, innit? And this is why it's kind of like, I'm very balanced, innit? Like, when I look at my team, bro, I know that, bro, a lot of the times in Europe, we weren't good enough. We just weren't good enough. And this is why when we're talking about best ever teams, yeah, and also when we're talking about, even when we're talking about our manager and we're talking about best ever and we're looking at Europe's elite and stuff like that, yeah, our performances in the Champions League were extremely below par. Like, for the players we had. And we weren't losing to teams that were better than us. We were losing to teams that weren't better than us. So all of these things are like, they haunt me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there was a certain level at that time as a Man United fan, yeah, you were almost like, you knew you were gonna win the league. If you're old enough, like, if you grew up in the 90s, yeah, like, it was like there was a certain element of, or certain air of inevitability with Man United. When the season started, you just expected to win the league. You expected it. But then when we went into the Champions League, we used to get humbled, bro. Like, like, there was a certain arrogance that you had as a Man United fan, yeah, like in the 90s. And then you'd go into the Champions League and you would get humbled like crazy by teams that you thought, these teams are dead, we can't lose to them. You know, like that. But we always went into the Champions League, yeah, we always went in there with a certain, like, feeling about us, yeah, that we could actually compete. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I think with us, like, to be honest, we had more refereeing decisions against us in our peak. So we never really looked at that thinking we should have won this game or something, and we let ourselves down. Now, we had a ghost goal in 05. We had one of the worst refereeing performances of all time in 09. 08, like, penalties is what it is. Like, can't really say too much about that. 07 was a penalty shootout against Liverpool. Reina was just on smoke. 05, 06, to be honest, like getting knocked out the last 16 wasn't ideal, but it was Barcelona and Ronaldinho and Messi were on smoke at that time. It is what it is. Like I don't think we had any bad knockouts that were based off us just getting ripped apart by teams that were in a lower position than us. None really stick out, except after we won UCL, actually. Yeah, 2012. We're the only team to win the UCL and get knocked down the group stage. Got knocked out by Juventus, I think Nordjylland and Shakhtar Donetsk. Willian smoked us home and away, and we signed him because of it. That was it.
Hilarious.
That was it. The 2-0 away at Shakhtar Donetsk and the 3-0 away to Juventus before Di Matteo got sacked. That ball didn't cross the line. I've still only seen one camera angle from that Luis Garcia decision. From big 2005 onwards, that didn't cross the line in my eyes.
I thought we all agreed that it didn't go in, though.
Yeah, it didn't. And like they can say they'll take a penalty. They could have taken the penalty and check getting sent off. That's fine. Cudicini will save it in front of the cop and we'll park the bus. You think I won our MO anyway in 0405? Like, that's fine.
Nah, I hear you, bro. You know what I mean? I hear you. But I thought we all agreed that didn't cross the line. But I don't know. I didn't know you lot that was still a debate.
Oh, we're Liverpool fans, it is. The Chelsea fans, like, we kind of moved on a bit because we won 2, but it's still annoying. We would have 1-0 the crap out of that AC Milan side. We wouldn't have had to go 3-0 down to win the trophy. 1 little Drogba header, we're there.
No, facts. Hey, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Hey, you lot smash up that like button, people. Let's get up to 500, like. And I don't know, guys. You man seen I don't know, they're posting stuff with Sancho and Kobe Mino. I think they were at the under 18s game, and that Sancho's outside, bruv, at the under 18s game, and that I don't know, bruv, trying to restore his reputation after the club are trying to drag him through the mud.
Then.
No, I guess he hasn't apologized, bro. But more's come out. Someone put something in the chat earlier. Can you put it back in the chat, please? It was from Twitter. Someone was saying that the relationship with Sancho and the manager has kind of soured, and it's the Anthony situation, bro. Like I said, they're saying something about Anthony, innit?
From Sancho's point of view, the crux of the issue is that Anthony gets picked no matter how badly he plays or how many mistakes he makes. No matter how many situations he messes up, he is favoured by Ten Hag. It's believed that from some quarters that the Brazilian gets treated like the manager's golden child, and he knows and acts like it. His addition last year has been the start of the issue between Ten Hag and Sancho. That is mad.
Of course, bro. And you know what it is, yeah? Sancho's not the only player that feels like this. He's not. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the fact that he's taken a stand like this, yeah, and he's not apologizing. Everyone knows that Anthony is the manager's son, bro. Everyone's been saying it. Everyone been saying it. You can see it. You know, like that. So, bro, like
every manager has a son, to be fair as well. So I believe that.
Yeah, but some do and some don't. Like Sir Ferguson had loads of sons, bro. That's the one thing. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're a good manager, you got loads of sons, bro. It's just you know what I mean? And if you've got loads of sons, you treat them all differently. Like, yeah, that's what you do, innit? You treat all your sons differently. You know what I mean? You treat them fairly, but you treat them differently, innit? Like, Anthony is an obvious favorite, blood. Like, you know, like that. It's funny. When we actually signed him, yeah, you could see it, bruv. Man was all hugging him and talking to him like he was his real son, bruv. Like, you know, and I was thinking, bro, this is weird, innit? And now we're seeing it now as well, yeah? It's like there's a legit, like, father-son relationship there where it's like Anthony's dead, you're not going to drop him. And it's like, man are saying that Anthony acts like he's the manager's son as well, you know, like that. So that, bro, that's gonna rub up a few people the wrong way, black. You know, like that. That's just exactly what it's gonna do.
That's quietly saying Anthony's a bit of a problem in the dressing room too.
Probably though, wouldn't surprise me.
I could believe it, like with the context that they're given as well. I could see how it makes sense, but I can see they're quietly trying to hint that the way Ten Hag's moving is creating issues within the dressing room. And if that's the case, then boy, it's a bit mad.
It's mad because he's not been playing well. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them ones. Anthony hasn't played well, and he's an emotional character. You can see it on the pitch. You can see it on the pitch. He's a very emotional character. And that's why when them allegations came out, I was like, bruv, listen, if I was a betting man, you know, like that, because he's an emotional youth. You can see it, like head drops, sulks, kicks people, does all these other things, innit? And I don't know what that's like being a teammate of a player like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't, I really don't know. Hey, man said that Ten Hag had a dirty holiday in Brazil in '99, bro. Who knows?
Oh,
Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Or maybe, do you know what I'm saying? Or maybe, now I'm saying, I don't know. Ten Hag maybe went on holiday to Brazil, blood. You know what I mean? And Anthony's got some videos, blood, or something, because I don't really know what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bit of a weird one still. It's literally, it's a bit of a weird one, bro. But it's one of them things where when you look at Anthony as a whole, yeah, like, it wouldn't surprise me, yeah, with his body language and all these other things, yeah. Like, it wouldn't surprise me, bro. Like, if there was more to this story in it with the Sancho situation, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
It feels like more starting to come out. I think when Sancho leaves as well, we're going to get the full idea of what happened from his perspective. As of right now, I'll probably still keep quiet and everything, but I wouldn't expect him to once he's gone. Probably see him on a little Piers Morgan documentary or something.
No, 100%, but it's weird, isn't it? Like, I'm looking forward for Sancho to leave, yeah, so man can find out what really happened. Because man want to know now, you know what I mean? Because from early, man, I had a feeling that these things were happening. I said it with the Casemiro, and now we're seeing what happened with Cas after the last game. I said it with the Anthony situation and the Sancho situation. You could kind of tell, innit? And everyone was so quick to throw Sancho under the bus, yeah. But now people are saying, oh, yeah, but apparently Rashford walked out of the stadium early, like after the game. He didn't stay for the debrief. And then we've got the situation with Casemiro now. Obviously, we've got the situation with Sancho. And I'm interested to find out, yeah, like, who's going to be the next player? Who's going to be the next scapegoat? Who's going to be the next player to fall out of the manager? Because, like, yeah, man, there's so many different layers to this, and it's starting to unfold. Someone said, "Oh, the fans are blaming Cass," but they can blame Cass all they want. These guys forget, yeah. These guys forgot, but this is why, like, bro, like I said, like, I make a point of separating myself from these football fans, bro. These Man United fans, bro. Like, we're not the same. You know, like that. Like, I'm a football fan. These men support the club blindly, and they just go with any agenda wherever the wind blows, blood. That's where they go, innit? Whatever's the popular opinion on Twitter, that's what they go on. That's why I'm not on the app, because it's full of brain dead people, bro. And blaming Casemiro, bro, when he was the only one fighting, yeah, when we were getting fists up at Bayern Munich, it was him that pulled up with the brace, not your captain. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't your captain, bro. And the thing is, you'll turn on Casemiro now, yeah, who's been our best player for what, the last 18 months almost, yeah. Like, literally plays with his heart on his sleeve. He battles. He does everything that these fans say that they want Man United players to do, yeah. And then you're gonna throw him under the bus for players that aren't worthy of being actually protected, bruv. Do you know what I mean? This manager's not even worthy of being protected at all. So when I look at these football fans, bro, they're lost, bro. Like, they don't know what they're doing.
But I get that, because it's always work rate first. That's the one thing I've, like, you continue to notice it with football fans, about work rate and tenacity over everything. And I think if you struggle in that regards, then as soon as the form dips, you're going to get blamed for not working hard enough, not doing enough work off the ball. It's
yeah, but even off the ball, bro, like, Casemiro is a warrior, bro. He's an actual warrior. You know what I'm saying? He puts his body on the line for the team every week. Do you know
I
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
expected that, because I was going to ask you if this Casemiro stuff was really as deep as some United fans are making it out to be. I didn't watch the last match. I was watching the Chelsea game, innit?
Bro, Casemiro has been our best player for the last 18 months, yeah? Like, it's not even debatable. So, but the thing is with Cass, yeah, it's like, he's the easy scapegoat. Bro, he's our top scorer.
I'm hearing man say drop Casemiro. That's what. Yeah, okay, that's surprising.
Bro, he's our top scorer, fam. Like, you got to understand that these guys don't know, yeah, what they want. Because you know what? If they say, you know what, drop Casemiro, he gives the ball away too much. All right, cool. When Bruno was giving the ball away, why you didn't want him dropped? You know, like that. If that's the reason why you want to drop him, or it's just GA and that he's our top scorer. Yeah, but when it was Bruno, didn't want him dropped. I'm like, all right, keep the same energy, because Cass gives us way more than Bruno gives us. I don't hear none of you, man, calling for Bruno to get dropped. Do you know what I'm saying? So, where's this Casemiro drop him stuff coming from, bro. Like, it doesn't make no sense, bro. Like, these men are not even staying consistent to the agendas that they've previously ran with other players. It's like, if it's a GA agenda, then just on that, yeah, you have to play Cass because he's our top scorer, bro. So what are we doing? Because that was their excuse for playing Bruno.
I'll take him. Please. That'd be great, Dev. And my baby, I know we wanted Kante. I wanted Kante gone last season. That's because he couldn't stay fit. That's completely different. Like, Kante wasn't a quality reason why I want him gone. He could play one game every 6 months and still be the best player on the pitch. It's just he'd play one game in 6 months. Can't have that on 290k a week.
No, 100% not. But this is my problem with these United fans. They're brain dead, bro. Like, honestly. And this is why, yeah. And this is why I make sure that, bro, like, don't group me in with these people. Like, this is not a Man United channel. This is my channel. This ain't called the United anything. This is me, blood. I watch what I want. I say what I want. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm not watching United, I might watch Chelsea. I might watch Real Madrid. I'll watch whoever I want, blood. I might watch a Saudi football. This ain't a Man United channel, bro. Do you know what I mean? All these little flipping fanatical United losers, bro, because that's what they are, bro. Coming in saying, oh, you don't support Man United. I do what I want, bruv. This is my channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have a channel.
I saw that stuff over the weekend.
Yeah, but bro,
celebrate that winning goal enough.
Oh, I didn't celebrate the goal. Oh, like, you have to support the club like me. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was like you lot,
after terrible performances where, like, I don't even, when we beat West Ham 2-1, I remember Havertz scored the winner. I was watching the game on my phone because I went to watch the event in Cardiff. I was watching the winning goal and I thought this game was pathetic. We've got away with murder in this game. I'm not even happy with the winner. We don't deserve this. We've been crap all match. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you have a terrible performance, you get a victory, and like, I feel dirty, you know. I can't even really celebrate. What am I celebrating? We caught life. Great. I'm still worried about next week. But you're not a real fan for thinking too far into the future. I don't get that BS.
Bro, but this is me though, innit? Because I didn't react to that because I know we're probably going to lose the next game. Who cares, bruv? Do you know what I mean? Exactly. And this is exactly what I'm saying. But bro, because I don't celebrate like you, man. Bro, like, I don't live like you, man. All the man that could be chatting about me, doing all these, bruv, none of you are doing better than me in life, bro. There's a reason why you are where you are, bro. Because you're focusing on me instead of focusing on yourself. You know, like that. So it's one of them ones. Because while you're doing all that, I'm not even on Twitter. I'm out here living my...
You didn't even see it. Crazy.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Bro, I've got man messaging me, yeah, on Instagram saying, Rants, bro, like, you're going to hit that 100,000 in no time, blood. You're not even on Twitter and you're trending. Well, there you go then, innit? You know, like that.
Hey, cook.
So it's like, while you're worrying about me, I'm worrying about me, blood. You know, like that. You know, like that. This is exactly what it is, bro. Why you worrying about me? I'm worrying about me, bro. But this is it, though.
Is cold.
It's crazy.
I said, bro, you're worried about me. I'm worried about me. That's crazy.
But it's true. But that's why I'm winning in life, bro. Because I'm worrying about me and you're worrying about me. You know, where they should be worrying about themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, don't worry. Don't try and police how I watch football matches. Don't police how I celebrate football
Some football fans are always like that with YouTube, where they'll micro-analyze every single little movement that you do. Yeah. Like, I think I watched Aaron on one of the streams of you talking about him recording the last minute winner, and he got some comments saying, "See how the camera hasn't moved."
Yeah,
he clearly wasn't celebrating the goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
As the guy who vlogs every week, you are chatting out of your arse. Like, I'll celebrate a goal and I will still hold my camera up straight to get the best angle. That don't mean behind the camera I'm not losing my head. But people just think they know you because they can figure you out. So you're talking out of your ass. For
man said the camera hasn't moved, blood. But like, but why are you watching me, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, why do you care about the camera not moving? Sometimes there's settings to be able to do that so it doesn't shake as much.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
you really want to go there.
100% that's an expected camera movements and that. That's exactly what it is. And this is what I mean. These men are too busy focusing on next man instead of focusing on themselves. That's why a year from now, they'll still be in the same situation they're in right now, and I won't. You know, like that. So it makes absolutely no difference.
Well. When it comes to Chelsea, it's the same names trying to cuss me out for vlogging and all of that. You man have been here 5 years. I've done nothing but grow myself. And you man are still here moaning. Same guys like, oh, we're going to catch you at the next away game. We'll see what happens there. Guys, it's been 5 years, innit? I go home and away, man. I got 4 season tickets literally back here.
But this is what I'm saying.
But this
is what I'm saying, bro. Say don't matter, bro. But these guys are weird. But you know, it's like I saw something somewhere, and it's true. It was like the world's on his head now.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The world's on his head now.
I'm the blogger who gets all the crap and nobody else. Why do you think? Why do you think like when Chelsea fans are going viral for celebrating that whole "we scored a goal" video? Why was it there was only me that was getting focus? Not the guy with the mic, not the other 5 man in the back. Why was it me? Why was it only me?
Bro, we know what it is though. We know what it is though. Like, I'll be real. We know what it is because you know what it is. Yeah, there's men that don't look like me. Yeah, that have ridiculous footballing opinions, like ridiculous. They'll never go viral for it. They'll never go viral for it. And my opinions aren't even ridiculous. They're just my opinions. But there's men that have ridiculous opinions. But they know why they do. They know why they hate me because they don't feel like someone that's from where I'm from, that looks like me should have what I have. You know, like that. They're like, Rants shouldn't be this. Rants, brother, I'm big time, whether you like it or not. What man said the video was on 4.5 million views, and I didn't even post it. You know them ones. Like the fact that 4.5 million people saw my black face here on the timeline and I didn't even post it. I don't care what you were saying. You know, like that doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? That means you're a local man, and that just means I'm a big man.
You're not a local fan and everything, brother. I can talk about how local I am. Like, I was literally born 2 minutes down the road from Stamford Bridge. I'm as local as it gets, my friend. You can't run that.
Even if you wasn't, though, bro, like I tell these, man, I tell, bruv, these nuts are local, bruv. You know, like that. Man don't really care about you, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just what it is. They don't think that I should have what I have. But guess what, bro? Like, I still got it. You know, like that.
They
like,
don't want you to be the face of the club. And like, bro,
but I'm not the face of the club, bro. This ain't even a Man United channel. This ain't even a Man United channel.
I speak for myself. I don't speak for you lot. Half of my fan base rate Roadrunners. They're happy with Chilwell being vice captain, Gallagher getting a full 90. They wanted Mountain Havertz to say last year. I don't represent you. I don't want to represent you. You guys are holding my football club back.
But this is it, bro. But this is why, like, they're saying, oh, like, he doesn't speak for us. I've never wanted to speak for you.
Facts.
You know, like that. I've never wanted to speak
for Chelsea. No. Chelsea don't send me kits. Chelsea send other people kits because I speak out against my club, and I'm fine with that. I don't need kits. I get free kits elsewhere. I'm good.
Tell them, bro. Tell them. But this is what I'm saying. Them man look at me like, oh, Rants don't speak for us. The reason why they get so upset about my existence is because, I'm big time, and it's like people are seeing my face and they're like, I don't feel like that. He doesn't speak for us. Bro, this ain't a Man United channel. I got Jack Grealish behind me, bro. You know, like that. This ain't a Man United channel. This is my channel. The reason why I do as well as I do is because I'm better than you guys. That's why. Like, I'm just better than you. Like, digest that. You know, like that. That's what it is. Sometimes in life, you just need to understand there's levels to this shit. And I'm better than you. This is why people watch me. Like, that is it. Like,
that's why when I look through Twitter and I see the insults, the only insults that they got for you is to try and take the piss out of the way you speak. That's it.
Yeah, but bro, they can take the piss out of the way I speak, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I speak.
And we know what that's about as well, by the way.
I don't even know if Charles is on the money yet. You know them ones there? I don't know if it's still the Queen, but that's the language I speak. You know, like that, bro. I got
that one late. I got that one.
You know what I mean? So, bro. So all of these men that want to talk rubbish, bro, the reason why they're getting upset is because they're like, he doesn't speak for me. But no, this channel is called Rants. It's not called Manchester United. It's not called The United anything because I don't care, bruv. I am me. You know, like that. I am me. So the fact that I'm doing better than you is because I am better than you. It's not because I speak for you or I want to speak for you. In life, you have to understand there's levels. You know, like that. That's all there is, bro. I didn't get here because anyone gave me anything. The fact that I'm not from there, I don't look like them. The fact that I'm here shows that I'm even more better than you because I have to work harder than you. You know them ones. I have to work harder than you for my 80,000. There's a lot of these brothers
And
that
you
are
still
on
left YouTube for like 2 years.
bro. Yeah, and I left for 2 years, but bro, we don't need to remind them. You know, like that. We don't need to remind them. I left there for 2 years and came back, yeah. And bro, like man, still murking it because I'm better than them. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to work harder than these bres. Do you know the amount of brothers, yeah, that don't look like me, don't have a tenth of the talent I have, and I've got more followers than me, bro? Because they don't have to work as hard as me. They don't have to explain every opinion that they have. They don't have to say things nicely to not offend people because, bro, do you know what I'm saying? They look a certain way, bro, so they can just say whatever they want. You know, like that. You know what the funny thing is?
Certain players, I can say whatever I want. When it's Gallagher or Tron, no, but he works hard. He works hard. You gotta give him a bit of credit, man. You gotta give him a bit of credit.
The thing is, all of these man, yeah, that they want to represent them. If they sit down in front of me with a football opinion, I will fry them. These men don't know ball like me. I'll cook them. I'll spin them out of their boat shoes, blood. All of them. Them man can't chat to me. You know that I'm a student of this game, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason why I am where I am and I'm doing as well as I'm doing is because I'm better than them. It's not because anyone gave me anything, because the way I look, the way I speak, the way I dress, I shouldn't be here.
That's also because we don't fit to this crappy little narrative that everybody wants to walk into. Like, you have to big up this player. You have to stand this player. No, I don't. No, I don't. And that's why I'm where I am, because I don't stand that crap.
Yeah, but this
last season I was going against everybody's favorites. This season I feel like I'm doing the same thing again.
Yeah, but bro, as a black Chelsea fan, yeah, you was always like gonna be on the back foot anyway.
Oh yeah,
you know, like that.
That's why I learned to embrace it. I know I'm gonna ruin some people's day just because they've seen me in the away end. They're gonna look at me, oh crap, that vlogger's here again. Yeah, I'm here, and my camera's out, so you can't say crap to me. Go on, say the N-word. I dare you. Say it. Say it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's that.
Someone out.
But bro, it's that though. You know, like that. It's really that, bro. You know what I mean? So when I look at the situation, to me, it's funny. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I speak for myself, you speak for yourself. All these other guys speak for themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like when I say things, it's an issue, and then when I get proven right, everyone jumps on the bandwagon.
No one says nothing.
No one apologizes to me for the abuse. No one apologizes. No, but it's fine.
Do you know the amount of abuse I got for saying from like November? Mason Mount does not want to be at Chelsea. He would have re-signed by now. The sooner you get it through your heads, the better. I got abused everywhere. Same energy with Havertz. When both of them got proven correct, not a single apology. It's like, yeah, Mount's a rat. Who's that twat who comes reports? Oh, now you want to chant against Mount. Before it was fucking the whole Mason Mount chant and we need to re-sign him and give him a second chance on the potch. Now Fabrizio wants to say what I've been saying for the last 8 months. Now you want to believe it. Now you want to believe it. All right, cool.
100%.
Still no apologies. Now they've fallen for the exact same thing with Gallagher.
No, facts, and they'll keep doing that. Even this Garnacho thing. You know what's funny? Did you see the thing where they went to give the t-shirt? He's like, I don't like him. Like, you know, them ones there, bro. And the youth just said, Rad, don't like him. You know, like that. And nobody never had no issue with it. You know them ones. But when I was like, listen, this youth's not good enough to play for Man United. Rants don't like him because he's not Sancho and that. Yeah, all right, bruv.
I saw a kid say the same thing about Mount in the summer for
bruv, allow it, bruv. These guys are jobless, bruv. You know, like that. And I thought that was mad that they put the mic in front of the youth's face and he was like, yeah, I don't like him. And then they had a signed Garnacho shirt for the youth. You know, like that.
You know what the maddest things? They had the whole United team signed that shirt, but it had to have Garnacho on the back. Why?
But that's what because they're trying to push him. Because they're trying to push him as the next guy. Do you see what I mean? He got the Nike deal. You saw Nike do the advert with the Garnacho in the barber chair, and that. They're trying to do the brand thing. Like, and Miroslav Klose said now, that footballers care more about their brand than they do about the game now. Like, it's a different game. He doesn't like it no more. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is exactly it. Like, out of all the players, Garnacho wasn't man of the match in that game. Do you know what I mean? We just won the game. He was on the bench. So why was it his shirt that was signed to give it to the kid? And the kid didn't want it. Do you know what I mean? But the kid kind of took it anyway. The kid looked kind of embarrassed because the kid was like,
on eBay, bro.
Yeah, because the kid was like, I don't like him. And then they gave him the shirt. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, why that shirt? Do you understand what I'm saying? And people don't.
Like that guy's
People
not
don't
even a fan
realize.
favorite like that, is he? Compared to a
No,
Cass or a Baran, like
no, but he kind of is for the new gen, because he kind of all the CR7 guys that used to suck him off, have jumped on the Garnacho bandwagon because Garnacho bum CR7. So because of that, it's kind of like he does his celebrations and all that. So like all the Ronaldo fans have kind of gone over to him and adopted him. You know what I mean? So he's like Ronaldo's son that Ronaldo don't claim. You know them one. Because he's Argentinian. So it's like it's one of them ones like Game of Thrones. It's like the bastard son, like Jon Snow, blood. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So they're trying to
both up with that one. Just give him a normal United shirt, no one on the back, and everybody's happy. Like, why you gotta do this Garnacho prop?
Yeah,
like he's even been an outstanding player for you guys this season. That's just typical United.
Yeah, like, it's weird, isn't it? But the way they tried to force the shirt on the youth, and the youth's like, I don't like him, don't want it. You know, like that. So
he refused it.
No, he didn't refuse it. He took it, but you could see he looked bare awkward. Like, you know what I mean? You look, put the link in the chat. The kid looks bare embarrassed to receive the shirt because he was just like, he's like, I don't like him. Like, just straight. And it was on CBS, bruv. They reposted it.
I'll put it in the private chat.
On their Instagram. Like, I'm not going to put it on the screen, but watch it, bro. It's mad. Like, the youth said, I don't like him. Do you know what I mean? But when I said, that he weren't good enough to start for Man United, people said that I had an agenda and they were trying to slate me. But then this youth that doesn't know anything about football, compared to me, has basically said, I don't like him. You know, like that. And it, you know what I mean? Just like that, Raggo. I don't like him. And I never said I don't like him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even say I
too. Like, kids, I wouldn't expect them to have that big of opinions when it comes to their own players. I think they're just there for the vibes. That's how I was like when I was a kid. I'm not trying to like tactically deep every single player. I'm just like, yeah, come on, Chelsea.
Think about it, A kid that age, where does he get his opinions from? Probably his dad. You know, like that. So that means his dad don't like him either. You know, like that. So it's like, I'm not the only person that don't rate, man. I'm not the only one. And this is my problem, bro. This is my problem. It's like, I have an opinion. It's news. You know, like that. But I'm not the only person that has this opinion. Because the little kid Raggo said on TV, don't like him. And then they'll
say waffle about it's the way that you say things. Like, even when I praise a Gallagher or Chilwell for their performance, like, no, you gotta give him more credit. You were so easy, you were so ready to cuss him out. You gotta give him more praise. Let your apologies be as loud as disrespect. Because the guy's had one good 90-minute performance. Like, no, dickhead, you've just proven exactly what I wanted. Here is the standard. He's reached that once, and I'm crediting him. Keep it there. What do I get next game? Back to here. Oh, but I gotta keep praising him. What? Because he had one assist. I'll have people who at me as soon as they get one goal and assist per game. Like, this guy got an assist, but Lewis won't say anything because he's got an agenda. No, because I'm watching the game. Like, I'm not thinking, nice, Gallagher's got an assist. Well, I'm in the mud. I need to try and find some bad moments from him to try and rip him for. No, I'm trying to enjoy a game of football. I'm not typing down every minute that a certain man's made a mistake or a good moment.
Yeah, but the thing is, these men are living for this because them man just want to run agendas. That's all it is. Because the thing is, with me, people will focus, they'll focus on all the criticism that I give certain players, but they don't focus on the compliments I give the players because those are not important. Because the thing is with me, like,
or do you give them enough?
That's I give them more than enough compliments. Like,
instance, I mean, so the ideas of them, like they think you don't give them enough.
No, because them man, they're from a generation, where they're just out sucking players off, bro. That's what they're doing all the time, bro. Like, they got stan accounts. I've never stand another human being in my life, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not me. Like, that's not me, bro. I don't have an inferiority.
I'm fine with having players. You just got favorite players. You just gotta be level.
But man, don't stand them, bro. Like, you know them ones. You're not gonna see me out here on Twitter with Avies of the next man, like, doing things. Like, I take the piss, bro. My Twitter Avi is Thanos, I think. You know them ones there, and that's literally just. You know,
like, even know I don't see you on Twitter anymore.
That's what I mean. I think my Twitter Avi is Thanos, bro. You know, like that, because that is more of like, it's more symbolism than anything. I don't stand Thanos. I was just like, yeah, bro, I wish I could click my fingers and get rid of half of this planet because there's too many people on here that ain't doing anything. You know, like that. So this is exactly what I am. So for me, I'm not gonna be like, for instance, like Scott McTominay. This brother is not a Man United level player. He's not. However, I know what Scott's qualities are. I've said, yeah, that yo, like I'd play Scott McTominay in the 10, I'll play him up front. That goes over people's heads. I also said that one time, oh, Fred can play left back. People were laughing at me. I've said loads of things, yeah, and people don't understand, yeah. I see qualities in certain players, and they just because you don't rate these players, yeah, like, bro, I cannot rate a player, but I can see what their strengths are. Do you know what I mean? I said that Fred can play left back, and people said, oh, I'm mad, yeah, but then Amrabat's playing left back, Partey's playing left back, all these midfielders, and you think that Fred can't play left back? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and bro, and I said this like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, and people looked at me like I was mad, bro. And this is the problem. Like, people want to dwell on the negative things, yeah, all the time, yeah, because really they hate themselves. Because I give a lot of players compliments and I talk about their strengths, but just because I'm not waxing lyrical about these players, because they're not that good. That's it. Like, there's not many modern footballers right now that I look at and I'm in awe of because I saw the best players, bro. I saw the best players when I was growing up. So these new ballers don't do it for me. Like, everyone thinks KDB is so amazing. Like, I don't think he's that amazing, bro. Like, I don't. Like, man grew up watching Rui Costa and Riquelme and all these other guys, like proper number 10s, bro, that could actually like carry the ball, take players on, do loads of different things, not just get the ball and put it into the box. Like, he was like, that doesn't fascinate me. Do you know what I'm saying? And their way of telling me that I have to love him, yeah, but look at his GA. I don't care. I never cared about goals growing up. I never cared about it. I don't know how many goals Ronaldinho scored. I don't know how many goals R9 scored. I didn't love R9 because he scored goals. I loved R9, yeah, because he used to pick up the ball, yeah, run past players, step overs, nutmegs. That's why I liked R9. I didn't care about the goals. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't care. When we were watching R9 comps, we weren't watching goal compilations. It was skill comps.
Yep.
You know, like that.
Run through man like that.
Come on, bro.
Fun.
Man, we're not watching goal compilations. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, that's crazy to me. Man grew up playing kicking ball on the street, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, street ballers don't care about scoring goals. Do you know what I mean? Like, even Zlatan said, like, when he went, I think it was, what manager said it to him? It might have been, was it Capello? I can't even remember. But he said one of these managers, Zlatan grew up playing street ball. And they were like, yeah, cool. You're a great footballer, but you need to add goals to your game. Because if you don't add goals to your game, we need goals from you. But Zlatan never cared about scoring goals when he was younger. That came later. You know, like that. Like, the essence of football to me, yeah, is the enjoyment factor. I don't get that enjoyment when I watch Man United. So I'm not going to celebrate rubbish wins. Because that game was trash. I don't watch football the same reason why.
I fully relate to that. I've been there enough times. It be at home, be it in the ground. I've been in the ground watching Chelsea wins. I've been like, this is pathetic. There was a 3-game run I remember we went on in 17-18. I came out of each game saying, yo, we didn't play well. We were terrible. Like, I'm glad we won and everything, but we played like crap. I remember the comment section used to rip me. And then we played one semi-decent team in the group stage. I think it was Roma. We lost 3-0. Got battered all over the park. I was like, is it now okay to say that we've not been playing well, or should we just ignore it and just talk about the last few wins we've had? Because you, man, weren't willing to listen to me when we won games. Maybe now you'll listen. Now we got battered.
100.
And I think that's what's going to happen with you guys. Depending
on 100. Yeah. Hey, we got ass whooping coming. Don't watch that. We got ass whooping coming. I'm not really sure. Do you know what I mean? But we got City at the end of the month. We got an ass whooping on the horizon, bruv. Don't get it twisted.
Sheffield United away, Copenhagen at home, and then City at home.
Bruv, we got an
United and Newcastle. Oh, that's a tough couple days around Halloween. Crap.
Bro, listen, we've got an
Oh, dear.
arse whooping pending, my bro. The same way we got the 7 against Liverpool, we've got another arse whooping pending. Because these men think that 2 injury time goals, yeah, from Scott McTominay is going to change the mood in the camp. It's not changing the mood. You know, like that.
It's a little feel-good factor and all of that.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is, man. The international break.
They'll be like, oh, but the limbs were excellent. I don't care. I don't.
But this is what I'm on. This is what I'm on. Bun all that. You know, them ones there, like there's no substance to these
match going fans, so they don't care because half of them are just drunk or they're on the sniff. So they just give you a moment, I'll be happy.
Or both.
Yeah, both.
You know, like that. You know,
like that. Chelsea's usually.
So that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? But you lot smash up the like button. You already know what it is. What day is it today? Tuesday. I don't even know. I don't know, blood. I got another show today, but I don't know what it is, blood. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need to speak to Dave, people. You know what I mean? I'm back. I'm back later though. You know what I'm saying? Man's going over to Lee Gunner's channel now. You know that. So and we were gonna raid Daps's channel as well, bruv. So we're active today, people. What you got coming up, bro?
Yeah, I'm live at 8. Got a little Premier League show, Shameless FC. So check that out, people. But it's a nice sunny day. It's the last time we're probably gonna have good weather for the next 6 months. So I'm gonna go out and enjoy it for what it's worth.
Okay, well there you go, innit? Guys, Sava at 6. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you smash the like button. I'm heading over to Gunner's channel now. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel if you haven't already, people. And yeah, man, 6 o'clock back again.